Welcome back to Football Daily Fusion. I'm Meora, bringing you the biggest football stories, reactions and analysis from around the game. Let's get straight into it. Because UEFA are preparing to completely change World Cup qualification in Europe. And honestly, this could be one of the biggest changes to international football in years. Now, this story went slightly under the radar yesterday because there was so much football news happening. But UEFA have officially confirmed they're moving away from the current qualification system for the 2030 World Cup. And instead, they're introducing something much closer to the Swiss model format we now see in the Champions League. Now, let's be honest, football fans are probably going to be split on this because for years, people have complained about the huge mismatch games during qualification. England against San Marino, France against Gibraltar, Portugal against Andorra, games that are basically finished before they even start. And UEFA clearly believe those matches are damaging the competitiveness of qualification. UEFA President Alexander Ceferin says the new format will create more balance, more meaningful games, and fewer dead matches. So what exactly changes? Well, under the new system, the top 36 European nations will be placed into a League One structure. Those 36 teams will then be split into 3 groups of 12 teams. And instead of traditional home and away qualification groups, teams will now face 6 different opponents. 2 from each ranking pot, 1 home game, 1 away game, very similar to the current Champions League format. Now, this means England could suddenly face huge qualification matches much earlier. Instead of easy groups, England could now play teams like France, Spain, Portugal, Norway, or Poland during qualification. And honestly, that changes everything because qualification suddenly becomes much harder for the biggest nations, but at the same time, much more exciting for fans. Now, one of the biggest talking points here is what happens to smaller football nations, because countries like San Marino, Gibraltar and Andorra may no longer get the opportunity to face Europe's elite teams regularly. And while some fans might celebrate that, those smaller nations see these matches very differently. For many players, walking out at Wembley or the Bernabeu or the Stade de France is literally a dream come true. So this debate isn't just about competitiveness, it's also about football identity, opportunity, and inclusiveness. Now UEFA still haven't fully finalised every detail yet. The format is expected to be officially approved later this year, but if this goes through, international football in Europe could look very different by the time the 2030 World Cup arrives. And honestly, there's a strong argument both ways because yes, fans want more competitive football, but at the same time, part of international football's magic has always been seeing smaller nations share the stage with the giants of the game. But what do you think? Do you prefer this new World Cup qualification format, or should UEFA keep the traditional system? Let me know in the comments.